Hi everyone, it's Keely here with another process video. I'm recording this voiceover and it's quite late at night, so sorry that I sound quite husky. I'm going to be creating a layout today, and it's a scrap lift from a member of Mind the Scrap called Helen. I'm also using my Mind the Scrap April kit. The kit release of the May kit was on Tuesday, so mine will have been posted out yesterday, I think. Yesterday, it might have been yesterday, so I should be receiving that soon, so I'm quite excited about that. What I've done so far is I've already cut off, two strips of this stripy paper. Again, I can't remember what collection this is from. I think it's the Heidi Swap. It begins with H. Sorry, I can't remember what it's called. It is late. So I've cut two strips of that. They were like 2-inch strips for the detail at the top and the bottom. Helen had on hers 2 strips of pattern paper. I've decided to go for 1. And then the centre of the layout, she had this fishtail banners behind both photos. So I've used the stripy paper again, but I've flipped it the other way around. So the paper strips at the top and the bottom are going vertical, and this one will be going horizontal. So I'm just cutting the fishtail ends now. I really enjoyed making this layout actually. I thought it's quite a simple one. I didn't do any hand stitching on this one, and obviously when you're doing a scrap lift, it does make things a lot easier for you. The photos that I've chosen are of my little boy TJ. He's 6 now, so these were taken 2012 possibly. He'd got his first football kit. His dad's a Manchester United fan, and finally got him his first football kit, so we were so excited about it, and we got his name on the back and number 7, because he's our lucky number 7. He was born on the 7th of the 7th, and he was also born at 7:30 as well, so yeah, 7's our lucky number. And obviously we took some photos because he just looked adorable in his little football kit. We still actually own this kit. We framed it just because it was just so cute. It was so tiny and cute, so we've kept this one as like a keepsake. What I'm doing now is I'm backing my photos. I thought I was going to just back on the reverse side of this navy and white stripe, but I decided to back them in white first, just to create a small white border, and then I'd do the navy after that. And I'm quite pleased with how that looked actually, and I'm pleased that I did that. So yeah, but I'm using my trimmer again. I've still not replaced the blade on this trimmer. I really do need to, because it's leaving like fuzzy edges when it cuts. And I don't recall it ever doing that when I first got it. So I definitely think it needs just a new blade for that. I'm quite pleased with how many layouts I've actually made so far with the April kit. I've struggled quite a bit so far this year with scrapbooking and things like that. I've found it hard to think of ideas and stuff, so I do feel like I'm getting my scrappy mojo back a little bit. I'm really excited for the May kit. It is absolutely stunning, and I think it's so different as well, like compared to some of the other kits that we've had. I just love it. I love what Emma's picked. It's brilliant. So yeah, I'm using the trimmer again to cut just a thin border of the navy. And on this paper, it's like a navy and black floral print. I didn't want you to be able to see the florals, although I'm not too fussed about having florals on a boy layout. But I just think because it's, a football theme in a way, I did want it to be quite masculine, so I've just done it really for the colour rather than the actual print on the paper. I'm now attaching the fishtail ends. I'm doing this so that I can move it as one unit, and it's just easier to get because I've cut it in half because I didn't have a long enough strip. So it's just easier to get them, matching up so they're even on both sides. So I'm going to stick that down now. The layout that Helen made was very much, me. It was very minimal. There wasn't a lot of embellishments on there. So I was quite happy to do that as well. Like I said, I haven't done any hand stitching on this one, which is quite unusual for me. I do hand stitch on most of my layouts. But, sometimes I don't want to. I just want to, do quite simple, basic scrapbooking. I managed to do this layout in one sitting rather than it taking a couple of days, which is nice. And I'm still really happy with how it turned out in the end. I've pulled out now all the embellishments and things that we got in the kit. I've not really used many of the box of crayons die cuts, so you can see me here trying to use some of those. I decided not to go with them, but I do pull in the sticker book, one of the sticker books later on, just to add a few extra bits and pieces. Now I'm coming to picking my title, and I seen this on the box of crayon thickers, and it said believe. Obviously when TJ was little, Tom dreamed that he's got his little footballer and things like that. TJ actually wants to be a fireman. So I wanted to title this Believe in Your Dreams, because I want him to be able to look back at this and just realise that whatever he wants to be, he can be if he put his mind to it. So it's more an inspirational title than really anything to do with the actual photos. I'm pulling in some of the stars and the dots from the thicker sheet. I actually really love these, and I do tend to use the thicker stars, hearts and things like that quite quickly. But you got a lot in this one, so I'm quite pleased about that. I've now pulled out the little word stickers. Not word stickers, sorry, little alpha stickers, and I was just checking there to see if I had enough for my title. I did want to use the word dream on the box of crayon thickers, but I wanted it to say dreams rather than dream, and because it didn't have the S on, I decided not to use that. So I'm just using my T-square ruler to try and get these straight. I still don't get them straight. I'm awful. I cannot get anything straight, even with this ruler, and I still do not get them straight. So you see me once I've stuck them all down, checking, and I'm like, why is it not straight? But yeah, no, I'll still not get it straight, and I give up in the end. I just embrace the wonkiness. So the title's going to be Believe in Your Dreams. And I'm going to, because you may have noticed that I don't add my journaling on camera, and my journaling's not there when I take my photos either, and that's because I generally print my journaling and then stick it on. And what I usually do is wait till I've, at least got a full sheet of journaling to print off before I actually do print it off. So I'll complete, a couple of layouts before I actually print any journaling off for them. So before it goes in my album, it will go in with journaling on. And I plan to, write that, as long as he's happy, it can be, we're happy, and that, he can be whatever he wants to be when he grows up, and to basically believe in his dreams. So he's wanted to be a fireman now since he was about 2.5. And like I said, he's now 6, he's 7 in July, and he still wants to be a fireman. So I think that's something that he will go on to do, if that's what he does really want to do. I don't think I'd add on this layout about him wanting to be a fireman, because obviously he was a lot younger here. He wasn't even 1. I think he must have been about 10 months old, because he stood up on that picture. And I know he was walking quite early. He started walking about 10, 11 months. Here I've just I've pulled in some little silver sparkly gems from my stash, just to add something else to the page. I tried the little toucan bird. I do really like those, but I didn't think it really worked with this one. Now this is where I've pulled in the sticker book. There's one of the little light bulbs in the sticker book, and the colour matches really well with the tiny alpha stickers. And in this light bulb, it just says hello, which I think again is quite fitting, because I've got the photo of him peeking up at me, as though he's saying hello, mummy. And I had this little lollipop mainly because of colour, but he's a little boy, so it still works. And that's the layout complete. Thank you everyone for watching.